All right, we're gonna move on to another portion of Family Feuds, because we don't want it to be just about you and your father. That's a whole. We could go on and on and days for that. Yeah. What else? What else can we talk about?
Siblings.
Yeah.
What about siblings? Because
I have a sister I ain't spoke to in 10 years.
Well, I got one brother, and yeah, let's talk about brothers. Let's talk about siblings.
Yeah.
Like, right now, he's pissing me off because he don't know how to chew with his mouth closed. But
neither does his son.
I'm pretty sure everybody at this table can agree on how Dante George could be as a person. The worst.
I can sum it up for you in one sentence. You either love him or you hate him.
Exactly.
And sometimes, depending on how well you know him, you can love him and hate him all at the same time.
Dante George is a polarizing figure.
I think that's how Jennifer Romero feels right now.
But at the end of the day, like, me and my brother, we used to go head up when we was young.
Over dumb shit.
Just over stupid stuff. Over video game. No, that was him.
Your bike.
Selling my bike for 50 cents.
Yo, you're never going to live that down, bro.
Why do we always got to go back to that?
That's the funniest shit I ever
But anybody that grew up with us used to know that we used to, anywhere, we used to knuckle up.
Yes.
But
I used to get that better.
Like right now, he's like, I can't imagine life without him. Because he's, seriously, like, he is, my mom ain't here. So he's the only one that I really, besides y'all, he's the only one that I really have left. If I'm going through tough times, he's the first person I call. If he's going through bullshit, I'm the first person he calls. And I don't look at him as the brother that I wanted to kill back in the day. I look at him as, like, he's my brother.
Yeah.
That's how I look at him now.
That's what's up.
But when he was going through his dumb phases and lying about Xbox 360s and...
Oh, my God.
I got this from a crackhead.
Yeah. Everybody wanted to fight Dante then, because I did.
He called me going into work with that lying-ass story.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Thank God that people mature
and
evolve.
And he'd be sitting in my living room playing SOCOM and didn't want to get off the TV.
That's because of this fool.
Me, don't blame it on me.
And I'd be like,
talking to me in a headset.
I'd be like, yo, I would like to watch TV. Oh, fuck you. I'm playing a game. And I have to go somewhere and come back like 4 hours later because he's playing SOCOM on my TV in my living room. But anyway, I love him.
I do. And as far as him, I love my brother to death. If there's anything I can do to help him out, just give him advice. We are, I believe, are closer than we ever have been because we pretty much have gone or are going through the same things.
Yeah.
So we can relate to each other
way.
In every way. And we're not going to get into that, but we relate to each other so much, and it's to the point now where he'll post a comment on Facebook, and it won't be straight, so everybody knows it, but I know exactly what he is saying, and we'll go back and forth, and it's hilarious to me.
And that's just like Brandon. I don't consider Brandon a cousin. I consider Brandon a brother.
That's right.
Brandon is not my cousin.
Yeah.
He's my brother. He's like, and this is the reason why I consider Brandon a brother. And it's fucked up, but I'm gonna put it out there. When we were growing up, his dad is Puerto Rican. Our mom was Puerto Rican. And I can remember so many times hearing my grandmother call my dad a nigger and his mom a nigger.
That's crazy.
And
I remember she told my dad not to bring Black B in my house.
Yeah.
So, like, even back then, and my mom always used to make it a point that it was us, like, we were always together, and
Three Stooges.
yeah, we were the Three Stooges that always stuck together because we were like, I always felt like an outcast when we were growing up.
Literally, we were the black sheep of the family.
Exactly. I always felt like an outcast because if you got your grandmother calling your dad a nigger, and then you got not it's not nothing against my cousins because I love them too.
Oh yeah, we
But-
have good relationships.
You know what I mean? They're both
They all light skinned.
yeah. Yeah. They're both
You're stupid.
they're both like full Puerto Rican or whatever, so they're accepted. And my grandma went out of the way to bend over backwards for them. But you know what I mean? But for us
Especially-
three,
Especially Jason.
We should get Nana on the show.
yeah, especially you, Jason.
Hassan.
And but yeah, us three were always the outcast, and we were the niggers.
Did you ever express that to her?
Yeah.
We have. I remember he wrote.
How'd that go?
I remember he wrote a thing in elementary school.
Yeah.
Yes?
Oh,
He
Yeah.
wrote it was like a poem or something.
I wrote a poem in elementary school, and it got
I didn't know
published.
about
It got
this.
published in a Philadelphia newspaper.
Damn, man.
He
Yeah,
was
Y'all
basically
slipping.
saying about how
Because they asked me, I had a black English teacher, and she asked me because I was biracial, what do I consider myself? If I could pick one, if I had to pick one, what do I consider myself? And I wrote this whole thing about, you know what I mean, my having a black father, Puerto Rican, whatever, and how my grandmom used to call me a nigger, and my dad a nigger, and like just growing up like that. And that's why I always felt like us three were more like brothers because we were like the outcasts.
now we're not saying that we're not close with the other family
Oh,
because
yeah.
we got love for them too. Shout out to Tamika,
Jason,
Jason.
Edwin, rest in peace.
Edwin,
Love
rest
you.
in peace.
Edwin?
But I think you can also the hatred between Nana and Edwin.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And,
that-
and I guess to the point where she, even after he passed, she was still talking about that.
Yeah.
So that's ridiculous.
But
what about the
my-
hatred between Nana and your dad?
Oh my
That-
God.
my
That,
Lord.
Oh,
that
God.
might be the reason why he doesn't really know how to be a parent.
No,
you know?
no,
I mean,
no,
and this is
but-
this is what I was gonna say. This is what I was gonna say, but we went to a different subject. I think the reason why your dad has trouble with you is because he never had a
he
relationship
doesn't
with
know
Nana.
how.
Yes.
He
doesn't know
never
how.
he never had a real relationship with your mom. He never had a real relationship with.
he never even had a relationship with his dad. He never even saw
Yeah,
Nah, that's the
exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
He doesn't
So
know how.
he
You
doesn't
can't
know how to
begrudge
be
him that because he doesn't know how.
He doesn't know
And
how to
what-
be a father to you if he never had a father for him.
Exactly. And we're not giving him excuses because as a father, I don't care what your child does.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
This is the thing, though. When you become a parent, you're either going to do the exact same wrong thing that your parents did,
Yeah.
or you're going to do the complete opposite. And that's why you're going to be a good dad.
Exactly.
When
He-
we get there.
he's gonna
That's
have-
why you're such a great uncle.
He's gonna have the same mentality as us. Our father never being there made us.
It made you better.
Yeah, 'cause-
It makes me appreciate my kids,
yes.
even though I have 3 baby mamas and
You do?
shut up. And I have, you know, one of them we cool, the other one whatever. Because no matter what I do, I'm a deadbeat, and everybody in this world knows I'm far from a deadbeat. But no matter what relationship I have with their mom, I will continue to be the best father I can be to my kids because I never had that as a child.
That's right. And if there's one thing I said when I found out I was going to be a father was that I was going to try everything that I could possibly do to be as far different to my kids as my father was to me.
All right, and a topic for the next show is excuses. Debbie Des, you ain't got no excuses. That's the topic for our next show.
But let's get on. I want to stay on the siblings because y'all got a chance to talk about your siblings and I didn't.
Oh yeah,
I
I forgot you had siblings.
I love my brother and my sister to death. We had a rocky relationship growing up. I mean, we've been through it all. But I love them. no matter the way they, no matter how they were or how they are now. I hear a lot of people saying that I don't love my brother. I hear a lot of people saying that, but that's a total lie. I wish me and my brother and my sister can have a stronger relationship now than we did in the past, and we're building on that. I hope we can continue to build on that because I love them. I love the people they become. I mean, no matter how they turn out, I always love them. I mean, no matter what anybody tells y'all, don't believe them. You know, I love y'all more. I can't express how much I love y'all. I mean, without y'all, I don't know what would happen.
Thanks. I'm just kidding.
Shut up. You know, we're talking about siblings.
I know.
But you say you haven't talked to your sister in 10 years. How is that possible?
But
it goes back to...
Speak on that.
It goes back to people taking responsibility for their actions. And I'll tell you exactly what happened when we stopped speaking. I was with two of my nephews, and my brother and his wife had just split up. And my sister and my sister-in-law didn't get along. So my two nephews and I were having a conversation. We were in the car. I think my nephews were 13 and 14 or 13 and 15 or something like that at the time. So we started talking about the beef between their stepmother. Shout out to Lisa, still love you. We were having a conversation about the beef between my sister and their stepmother. And my nephew started to say some things that didn't really portray my sister-in-law in a positive light. And I said, is that your opinion, or is that something that your aunt put into your head? So the conversation went on. About a week later, my nephew had spent some time with my sister and told my sister about the conversation. Now, keep in mind, he's 13. So my theory is he either left out some things that were said or embellished on some other things that were said. So I get a call from my sister, FUB, this, that, and the other. Those are my nephews. And I said to my sister, I said, well, first of all, I'm their aunt, just like you're their aunt. The difference is I don't need to control my brother's life or control my brother's children. I'm a bee, I'm this, I'm a hoe, I'm a trick, da-da-da-da-da-da, you ain't shit, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. I've been called worse things by better people. But I called her after she hung up on me 97 times, and I was like, look, we are both adults. If you want to have an adult conversation about what went on, we can have an adult conversation. But the bottom line is we have the same father, we share siblings, we share nephews. But if you can't come at me like a grown woman and have adult conversation in an adult manner without screaming on the phone with me like we're two kids in high school, I don't have nothing to say to you. Needless to say, she didn't call me back. So this has worn heavy on my dad's heart for a couple of years. So about a year ago, Brandon, 2 years ago, I messaged her on Facebook, and I was like, look, Dad really feels some type of way that we don't speak. It's been more than enough years. You know what I mean? The bottom line is, that's still my brother, that's still your brother. That's still my nephew, that's still your nephew. So we need to find some way to patch this up. Because every year when I ask Dad what he wants for Christmas or his birthday, he always says, I want all my kids to get along. So I tried. I said to her, you know, we need to, whatever happened between your mom and Dad roughly 40 years ago, keep in mind I'm only 35, whatever happened between them has nothing to do with me or you. We need to find a way to do something. Because at this point, my sister has a daughter that I haven't spoken to, and I can't tell you how many years that I used to babysit on a regular basis.
That's crazy.
And this is my firstborn niece. So then she messaged me back, keep my mom's effing name out your mouth, blah, 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 blah. And I said to her, it's funny that you say that because me and your mom don't have no beef. We've drank together in the past. But I can see that you're still in that same place where you were. And really, the only thing I can say to you is therapy helps. Like, come on now. And I'm done now. You know what I mean?
So why are you done? Why don't you just keep trying?
Because she's not my dad. If she was my dad, if she was my dad or my mom, I would keep trying. We lived in the same. I need to pause this. Hold on.
She got it that